Ladies and gentlemen, hockey fans of all ages, it is that time of year in June where a young 17, 18-year-old dream come true, all that hard work they put in, they get a chance to come up to the stage while an NHL team call their name as they've been selected in the NHL Draft. It is the 2019 NHL Draft happening in Vancouver, British Columbia. My name is Randy Dillon. Welcome back to another edition of Randy Talks Hockey. I'm going to give you a little quick breakdown of the NHL Draft, kind of my own little mock version. I'm going to go through the first 10 picks just because we won't have time to cover all 30, and if I do, very quick, very fast, you won't even hear me go, bloop. So I'm just going to try to focus on the top 10 picks right here. I'll break down some news and notes and other rumors happening and give you my take on it. Before we get in the draft, though, I want to talk about Ryan Callahan. It was announced today he has degenerative back disease. This most likely will be degenerative back disease. This most likely will be the end of his playing career. It's unfortunate to see his career end like this. He's been a great player throughout the year. I know lately the last couple of seasons he has fallen off, but he's a really hard worker, a great leader, was the captain of the Rangers, incredible player. I wish him all the best. Hopefully we'll see him around in an NHL, working with an NHL team. But on to the draft. So we know the New Jersey Devils got the first overall pick. You've been hearing it all over. Most likely Jack Hughes is going first overall. The centerman has been great playing in the U.S. system. If you saw him at the World Juniors, at the World Championship, incredible player. He's been the top-ranked player throughout all years by the scout. He checks off a lot of boxes by scouts. If you want more information, I would say check out other websites like tsnhl.com, Sportsnet, Bleacher Report. A lot more information you'll find out there. But I believe Jack Hughes will be going over number one. The second overall pick for the Rangers, you got Kaapo Kakko, who is an unbelievable winger, did great things in the Swedish league. He has that big, strong frame. He's ready to go. They say it might be a little bit of adjustment coming over, but if the Rangers draft him, which I think they will, this is just going to help this team dramatically score goals. He'll make an impact. Just an impressive move. The third overall pick is with the Chicago Blackhawks. It's been interesting to see who they're going to draft. There's been talk about the defensemen, Bowen Byron. There's been Kirby Dash. There's been Trevor Zebra, Alex Turchok. But I believe Turchok is going to go third overall. The Hawks did draft a couple of defensemen last year. They do have an aging defense core, but they do need to get some forwards up there. I think Turchok will give a lot of help to the Hawks, even though he was injured for quite a bit of the year. He'll be playing underneath Jonathan Toews, and what better way to start off your career by having Jonathan Toews mentor you. And let's not forget, he is from that Chicago area, so the hometown boy going to that team. The Colorado Avalanche has the fourth overall pick. They got this in the Matt Duchene trade from last year from the Ottawa Senators. The Senators are probably kicking themselves still. But Joe Sakic, while he's walking up to that podium to announce the draft pick for the Avalanche, the biggest smile on his face. Will Sakic trade the pick? I doubt it unless he gets an incredible offer. He's in a great spot here. He's either going to get a great player or he's going to get a massive haul in a trade. But if the Avs do keep that fourth overall pick, most likely Kirby Dash will be going to the Colorado Avalanche. He's a centerman. He's fast. He's a big body. You have a guy like that, a player like that playing under Nathan McKinnon just could be incredible. The Avs are going to get better, younger. They already have some good defensemen and Samuel Girard and Cale Makar. If they do draft Bowen Byron, the defenseman from the Vancouver Giants, that will just be incredible, that defensive. But I think they'll go with Kirby Dash as the forward. The fifth overall pick is held by the Los Angeles Kings. They had a horrible year. They have 2 first-round picks as part of the Jake Muzzin trade. When they shipped him off to Toronto, they'll be going 21st overall. This is where you're going to see Bowen Byron draft. He's a ready-to-go NHL defenseman. He's going to make a big impact. He can score, go up and down the ice. He is physical. And you're going to be playing alongside Drew Doughty. The Kings' defense is going to be good now that he will be the start of the rebuild, but I think he will help the Kings in that direction. The 6th overall pick is held by the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings really, they need to get younger. They got Philip Dezina. They got some other players in past years, but it'll be interesting what they do. The reports they're going to take Velasky Podolskin, the Russian forward, who is really projected, really strong. But the question for him is he going to play the first 2 years in the case? So are you going to wait for him, or are you going to go with someone else? The other people they could take would be Trevor Zebra, Dylan Cousins, Cole Caulfield, Matthew Bodie. It'll be interesting, but I think the Wings, if they're not going to go with Podolskin and wait, I think they're going to go with what I've heard, they're going to go with Trevor Zebras. Now, the 7th overall pick, held by the Buffalo Sabres. They're most likely going to draft Cole Caulfield. He is 5'7", but he scored 70 goals this year in his college year, which is incredible. He is strong, he is quick, he is fast, he can shoot the puck. Craig Button from TSN was saying he's probably the best goal scorer in this draft. We know Buffalo will need help scoring goals on their second and third line, so I think Caulfield can help them in that respect. The 8th overall pick is held by the Edmonton Oilers. Once again, the Oilers are getting a pick in the top 10 of the draft. It's interesting though what they need. The reports are saying they need a forward, but they might go with Philip Brodesk, the defenseman here. I do apologize for my mispronunciation. Big defenseman. He will help that team. He can skate up the ice. The Oilers will be interesting if they do go with the forward Matthew Bodie or Dylan Cousins to help that team and Connor McDavid out. So it'll be interesting, but from what I've heard and seen online, the consent is it's going to be Brodick, who they're going to take. For the 9th overall pick, we got the Anaheim Ducks. They really took a step backward this year. I think the regime in Anaheim is done. They need to get younger and better. They're going to probably draft the best player available, which is going to be Dylan Cousins. A good centerman, good two-way player, can really help this team. He's going to have them used there, and also just playing under Ryan Getzlaf will help. The 10th overall pick is held by the home team, the Vancouver Canucks. In the position they are, things do change, but they don't. I expect them to draft Matthew Bodie, a left winger. He is big. He can score. There's a comparison to Mikko Rantanen. I think that will help the Canucks as their forward. You might get him play, and especially if you develop right, get him alongside to play Elias Pettersson and Brock Besser. That will be interesting. Now, another part I'm going to talk on the draft. He's not going to be drafted. He will be drafted in the first round, but no one knows where. But most likely the thing 13th with the Florida Panthers. It is Spencer Knight, a top goalie. He'll be the highest draft goalie in quite a while in the first round. The last goalie draft was Andrei Vasilevsky, 19 overall, the 12th overall. Not 12. He was drafted in 2012 by the Lightning. Goalies don't go first, but he is projected to be. He has really good elite talent. So it'll be interesting if he goes earlier, he goes later. We'll see. Anyway, those are my first 10 draft picks for the first round. Unfortunately, due to time, we won't get through all 30. But then you got a team like the Minnesota Wild. What are they going to do? They need to get younger. You got some later teams like the Calgary Flames, the Washington Capitals, the Buffalo Sabres get to go later on as well, the 30th overall pick. And then you get later on the second and third round. Because we've seen in years past, these are just as important. You got some late draft picks like Henrik Zetterberg, Nick Lidstrom, Pavel Datsyuk, Braden Hope, Henrik Lundqvist, Daniel Alfredsson. Just some great players that drafted late overall. And in the second round, let's not forget about a guy like Ryan O'Reilly. He went, I think, 33rd overall in 2000 in the 2009 entry draft, and just look at him, Stanley Cup champion. So the draft, there's so many variables, and we don't even know if teams are going to trade up and down, trade picks. It's an exciting time. The rumor mill is going quickly in the NHL. Who's going to trade where? There's reports the Leafs are on the go trying to trade people, trying to make cap base. Guys like Nazem Kadri, Barry Kapanen, the rumor mill spreading wide. You could see some players traded at this time because you can include a pick or a later pick, or you see a prospect who we like this guy, we really want him. Hey, we'll give you this player. So very interesting to see what's going to happen with the draft. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Enjoy the draft tomorrow. I'm jealous of all those people in Vancouver to watch it. I think it'll be a fun time. Enjoy and say congratulations to all those players who are going to get drafted. I wish you the best, and hopefully we'll see you score up and down the line in the league many times to come. My name is Randy Dillon. Always remember to watch hockey. Enjoy the draft, everyone.